What's going on, everyone? We are back once again, and we are going to be re-talking about a video obviously we're going to be talking about Acolyte. So this is going to be the Acolyte uh, finally over, but the drama still continues. So this kind of goes more into the video that I did or I try to do, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this, and I do feel bad on certain ones that were on this show, and I'm only going to get into two of those, which was Daphne King, who played as Jackie. Again, the character didn't bother me that much. I know there was a rumor that they were going to try to make her character interested in OSHA or whatever. Again, glad that didn't happen. The one that played Soul as well, they butchered that character. There's a lot of rumors, that he had to apparently learn English for this role. He was excited to get into Star Wars. He was surprised that the Acolyte got canceled. And they just butchered his character because the way he had his character made no sense. They were trying to confirm him to be like Qui-Gon Jinn, and he was nothing like Qui-Gon Jinn. He let his emotions take the head of him, try to say, oh, I love you to OSHA. And she's like, you're supposed to feel good about OSHA doing this and embrace the dark side and all this other side of stuff. And again, that's just the start of it, and I'm just getting that out the way. But another thing I need to say is I am so tired of when I make a video or when I make a comment on something, you have ones that just want to comment and make asinine fools of themselves. And what do I mean by that? This is what I mean, because you have people that I had one person make a comment saying, oh, well, I heard all this in the background, no wonder why, just all these things that, again, I'm going to have background noises, okay, guys? Let me rephrase that to you. I live in an apartment community, so again, there are going to be things outside that I have no control over. There's times I have time to make a video, there's other times I do not have time to make a video, and at the same time, I have animals, okay? So anyone that does not like it, I'm sorry. I can only do a video so much when I have little time or when it's like dead at night and there's still going to be noise. So if that bothers you, I do apologize. But at the same time, I'm making content. And for someone to have an asinine comment and you just want to sit there and you want to make comments, homie, I'm making content. What are you doing? And at the same time, you're complaining about saying, oh, I have this amount of subscribers when you have, what, 4 or 5, whatever. Again, guys, don't be an asshole. That's all I'm going to say is don't be an asshole. Now, again, some may think I'm an asshole. But okay, you know what? That's fine. But I just had to get that out there. Because, again, if I make a video and it comes across like this, okay, fine. But another thing I got to make a comment on is the Acolyte. I'm going to say this. There's so much stuff that's been coming out within the remainder of days. And I'm going to get into this because I just got to get more on this. I'm glad it's done. I know there's fans out there that are upset that this show is done. And again, sorry for you, but I'm going to get more into that. But the issues we are having right now is Leslie Headland had made enough comments to suffice me for a lifetime. This woman has no idea about Star Wars. She puts all her personal ideas in here that make no sense, ruin the story, ruin Plagueis, had him in there for no reason, and same thing for these witches for the thread, and at the same time was trying to put Kiadi Mooney in here for the birthday. Again, Wikipedia, you got screwed on that one, so you know that, and try to take it out on different YouTubers, but you do that, the story don't make sense, the writing is cringe, having these witches perform a ceremony trying to outdo what happened in the original prequels and in the original movies and everything. Oh, we gotta have this, we gotta have that. Made no sense. Then you have Leslie's wife makes a comment, Rebecca Henderson, blaming fans. And on top of that, you have Amanda Steinberg come out here and she's making comments about fans, and she puts a diss track out saying fans are toxic and racist. Okay. And then you want to go on The View and say the same thing. When, okay, if it happened, then I'm sorry that happened. Fans that do that are pieces of crap. But not all fans are like that. And at the same time, if it happened, okay, is there proof? Probably. Does she got to show it? Probably not. But again, it would help to show that it actually happened rather than just crying wolf and going on a show where a bunch of crackling hens want to make comments and push this and push that. And I'm talking about Whoopi Goldberg, among others, that just want to go further on their agenda and not let the guests talk. Or if they believe in the same things that the other people agree on, then they just gaslight them and they just get them, going so that way they feel sorry for them or whatever. Again, we've seen this happen time and time again. And it's true. You guys know this. If you're not living under a rock, you got common sense, you know this is going on. And on top of that, you have where fans are getting upset. Actual fans are getting upset about this show. We say, oh, hey, we don't like the show. We're complaining too much. And there's fans on Twitter, or X, however you want to say it, of the Acolyte, which I'm sure there are, that are complaining, say the show, we're the true Star Wars fans. You know, they did this because they were pandering to the audience, ones like me that didn't like this show. Guys, my wife didn't like this show. She hated it. I hated it. There's other YouTubers that I follow, other people I follow that I've met that have not liked the Acolyte. There's ones of different race, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, that do not like this. There are women that don't like this show. And if you like it, okay, good for you. And Disney was pandering to you. To the 5 to 10% audience that don't care about Star Wars. And it's like, what does it take for people to wake up and realize, hey, this show sucked? And you want to say, oh, it was trending on Twitter. It was doing this. It was doing that. Look at the actuality. Just because something is trending on Twitter does not mean it's always a good or a bad thing. It just depends on your point of view. Same thing for, you have how much money this show barely made. The ratings were ridiculous. It was the lowest show on Disney Plus. They've taken merchandise off of the Disney store because of this show. Nobody wants nothing to do with this show. It seems like they're trying to erase it, which maybe they are. Don't know. Because if you come in, like, let me put this on the other foot, okay, guys? Let me just say this. I go to a studio and I say, hey, I have this idea, and let's say it's Star Wars, and I go in, I put all these things in here that no one's gonna like, that I know for a fact I'll love, or however many percentage of people will like, but the remainder of the fandom's gonna hate it, and I'm gonna gaslight and get them more angry. And the show does whatever, it tanks, but it's the other half of the fandom's fault, and YouTubers, that we have the power apparently to cancel or make a show, but it was you that did this. No, it is your fault at the end of the day. It would be my fault at the end of the day on how that content comes out. That is my fault. So whatever content I make on here, regardless of pictures, videos, what I say, whatever, it is my fault, and it is whatever at the end of the day. And I accept that. They need to accept that too. You bring it back to your employer, they're going to look at you and they're going to go, hey, this ain't adding up. This ain't good. We can't not do this. This is business. We got to make money. You got to make money. If you're not making money for us, we'll find someone else to make money for us. I've had that happen. Guys, I've had that happen with one of my jobs I had. They let me go because of that. Because I wasn't making that company enough money. It happens. It's called business. And it sucks, but it's true. And in Leslie Headland's case, she does not know how to make content. If she wants to have a podcast and talk about all this woke activists, gay, trans, whatever she wants to talk about, let her have that moment. Let her have her space, have all these ones cultivate over there, and we have our space, we have our stuff. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, you don't need to shove it down everyone's throats and think that this is the new world where everything's got to be this. No, it doesn't. You don't have to have every single this and that into a show just to appease an audience that's only going to be there for a remainder of years, and then they don't care about the actual characters, the fandom. They don't care about the conventions. They don't care about whatever. They're going to buy your stuff as long as you're pandering to them. And then as soon as you stop pandering to them, they're going to attack you, try to cancel you, try to do whatever, and then you pander them to them again. It's like, oh, well, we just did this, so this will make them happy. No, nothing's going to make these people happy. Nothing. Nothing is going to make these people happy because you're pandering to them. Because you are cultivating your beliefs, your system into them. Just so that way they can have their however many moments in the sun, and then they'll be so fine, and the next thing you know, they'll be back around again to complain something else, either whether you said however many years ago, or you said this however long ago, or this or that. That's what they do. And this is what these people that are supporting the Acolyte are. Now, I've had people that have commented on my videos saying, oh, well, it's not that bad, the story's great, I'm enjoying it, the fights, this and that. Okay, good for you. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. I'm happy for you. I wasn't. I hated it. The fights could have been better. The story could have been better. The characters could have been better. Everything. Nothing makes sense. And again, I've said this before, between the Gopher character, between the decisions, everything. But they didn't do it. So, again, I'm at fault, right? Because I'm a white heterosexual male. Because I'm the problem. Clearly not. Because other people hated this show besides me. It baffles me that people are so complaining when it's like, oh, well, you don't like the show, don't watch it. We didn't watch it. I watched it full and through because I wanted to make content on it, and I didn't actually help my channel because I was speaking facts on how I feel. And there's people that liked it, there's people that didn't like it. Okay, take it for whatever way you want. It got me views. There's other people that have made content on here that stopped watching it because they couldn't take it no more. And then when it finally got done, we rejoiced. But oh, we're the problem. We weren't supposed to watch it. But guess what? A lot of the fans stopped watching it. It tanked because of views and money. But oh, we have the power to stop it. Clearly we didn't, because otherwise if we did, other decisions wouldn't have happened. Now, what do I mean by that? If we had the power, we wouldn't have Riva in the show. We wouldn't have the decisions that was made in Boba Fett made. We wouldn't have some of the decisions in Mando Season 3 or Ahsoka or the sequel trilogy. Just going to say that. If we had that much power, none of that crap would have happened. If we had this much power, none of this stuff that we've been saying online for however many years now, with Kathleen Kennedy in office and bringing all these people in here that don't know crap about Star Wars, that don't know crap about a franchise, that don't know how to write. You got better fans out here that are making better content that is fan-made, whether it is a video, a story, clothing, lightsabers, whatever. You got these companies that don't know jack about this franchise. That they are just eating this money and they're pissing it all away to appease fans that don't care. And the fans that have been there for long enough that is going to have children of their own, which they want to like Star Wars, they're going to continue buying the franchise. But it's like, oh, no. We don't want them. We don't want them. We don't want the main bread and butter. We want these people. We want these new crowd. We want these new people. And they're going to talk so much crap about the other fans. We're going to appease them. We're going to get behind them. We're going to say, yeah. You guys are right. You guys are right. They're wrong. And guess what? You just alienated 90% of your audience because you went to another audience, a very small audience that you'd rather cater to rather than the main one that's been with you since jump. How does that make you feel if it happened to you? Doesn't make sense, does it? Doesn't make sense, does it? You got all these ones out here that want to talk shit. Between Amanda Steinberg, you got Leslie Headley, you got Pablo Hidalgo, however you say his damn name, you got Kathleen Kennedy, you got all these other actors that want to be politically correct, and then guess what? When they lose money, when they can't get a job, when they can't do that, who do they blame? They blame fans. When at the end of the day, it wasn't the fans. It was the ideas and who you cater to. Now, if someone came up to me and said, hey, Gamester, we are giving you the keys to the kingdom. We are giving you everything. What do you want to do with Star Wars? Guys, I would literally write off the Acolyte, the trilogy, and say that is another timeline. It's already out there. We can't just erase it. We could try, but it's another timeline. The Boba Fett show, another timeline. The Obi-Wan show, another timeline. Mando, best thing it could do, maybe, or another timeline. Ahsoka, depending on another timeline or canon. Get rid of all this shit and make it to where what Star Wars is. I would bring in people that know about the lore more than I do, or just as more as I do, and have the same goal to make Star Wars for everyone and to keep it pure. To keep it good, to keep the stories good, the characters, not ruin them, not change them, not make them feel bad for being who they are, or making a story that makes no sense with the canon, or doing a character something that a character would not do, or having a character say something he or she would not do, or doing something that would not make sense within the lore. All this stuff. And I guarantee you, it would be a great product. Whatever I would come up with, and I'd have the best people behind me. But again, that's not going to happen. Because again, I'm a nobody. I just buy whatever that I like. Right? Same thing whether it be from Marvel, DC, anime, whatever. At the end of the day, guys, Whether you like or hate the Acolyte, it's done. It's over. It's gone. It's not coming back. It should not come back. I don't think it's coming back because it would cost them more money than probably what they did to bring it back. And fans would be more up in arms than what we already were. And then you again be appeasing these people that would be getting what they want. But again, Disney and Star Wars probably may not learn their lesson. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But at the end of the day, it wasn't because of what we complained about. It was because we folded up our pocketbooks and we put it back in our wallets and we changed the channel. That's what it was. It wasn't because we complained. Yes, we complained. I complained. But guess what? We turned away. When you turn away, it seems to do more. But then again, does it? Because will they learn their lesson? Probably not. If they do, I will be shocked. Because there'll still be stuff out there we don't want to hear, we don't want to know about, we don't want to see because of this, that, and the third, and then people are going to complain no matter what we do. But those are my thoughts, guys. I guess this was more of a rant than anything. I wasn't trying to make it a rant, but again, I get very passionate on this when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to things that I like. But again, there are days I'm happy to be a Star Wars fan, but there are more days I am embarrassed to be a Star Wars fan because of what's become. And I'm just going to say that as much as I can. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are about this. Again, I'm going to say this. Don't attack me. Because if you attack me, I may say something, I may not, or I may just block you and remove the comment. I'm just going to say that because I'm too grown and I got too many things going on in my life that I don't have the time to go back and forth with someone that has nothing better to do than make a bad comment on a video, whether they like it or dislike it. If you have that much of a time, then you may not have a whole lot of time at all. Because guys, I don't make comments on videos. If I do, it's very, very, very rare if I do. It's rare if I do. But if you have that much of a time to do that on someone's video and just to be an asshole, then guess what? Like the old saying goes, if you run into an asshole in the morning, you ran into an asshole. You ran assholes all day, guess what? You're the asshole. Just a little bit of wisdom. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. And I'll see you as always on the next one.